Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Let me introduce myself. I'm Omkar Shinde, your host for this particular interview. I want to welcome you all to the 16th episode of interview series brought to you by Industry Inspire Talk. Talking about interview series, it is a series where we invite people who have interned at companies and converted that internship opportunity into a pre-placement offer. Our guest for today's interview is Aman Sadique. He interned with Deloitte for 6 months and also got a pre-placement offer from them. So the video consists of two parts. The part one includes Aman's educational journey, his in-college experiences, internships, and the part two involves his Deloitte story, interview experience, internship experience, work culture, and stuff like that. So make sure to watch both the parts, and I hope that this video would help you in your specific career as well. So without wasting further time, let's proceed towards the interview. Hello, Aman, and welcome to the 16th episode of interview series brought to you by Industry Inspire Talk. How are you feeling right now?
Hi, Omkar. So, first of all, thanks a lot for inviting me on your show. And I'm feeling really great and really honored to be here. And I would be like more than happy to contribute in any way to anyone who is listening to this podcast or show right now. So, like, I'm feeling really pleased to do this.
That's wonderful, Aman, and I'm also very much excited to know about you, about your in-college experiences, and about your Deloitte story. So, I'm also pretty much excited, and we are going to have an amazing conversation today, and a lot of students or our audience is going to be benefited by this. And thank you so much once again for your time and also agreeing to doing this interview series with us. It would help out a lot of other students. So thank you so much.
Yes.
And without wasting further time, let's just start with the interview. And my first question for you is, tell me something about yourself, what you do.
So, starting with myself, I'm currently working in Deloitte Consulting based out of Hyderabad location. So, I'm working in the Oracle technology right now. I joined Deloitte a year ago, and since then I'm working in this firm only. Before that, I was doing my BTech from KIIT University. I completed it in computer science and system engineering, and I graduated last year only. So that was about me. Besides my work and academics, so I'm pretty much active into extracurricular things, helping out people, being a part of community, and those other stuffs. I love sports. I love cooking. I love traveling. This was pretty much about me.
Wonderful, and thanks for sharing that, Aman. Now I think that the audience know about what you do. So the next question I want to ask you is about, you told me you graduated from KIT University. So my question is, how was your college life?
Okay, so like in one word, my college life was too much fun. It was so many ups and downs, so many stories to tell. Every semester has its own story, and it was really great. I enjoyed a lot there. I got to learn a lot. I give all the credit to whatever I am today to my university, because being a non IIT and someone who is not from IIT background, so whatever I have achieved is because of my university. It has opened a lot of opportunities and lot of doors for me.
That's wonderful. So your university has played an important role in shaping your career, and that's very
Yes.
much inspiring. That's very much inspiring, Aman. And I wish that you progress more in your future endeavors. Okay. So the next question is, you told me you completed your BTech from in computer science. So my question is describe your passion for computer science. Why do you love it so much?
Okay, so I will tell you the story because actually my plan was not to start my engineering career. So back in 2016, my plan was to drop a year and prepare for JEE for one more year. But because of certain conditions, I was not able to. And I gave the KIIT exam out of it was a random thing. I was just practicing for my online exams and other stuff, but fortunately I got the chance to come here, and then I joined CS because I thought it is it's going to be a leading thing in the industry for for more years, right? So because of that I joined CS, and in fact I joined CS. I came to KIIT at a very later point of time. So my first semester was almost completely done. So I missed on some subjects. So I had no clue what's going on. I missed the first programming language part and everything. So at that time, I felt like, oh God, where I have come. So I don't know what's happening around me. Everyone is talking like CS stuff, and I don't know anything. At that time, I had no passion for CS, but then gradually I got interested. So, and all credit goes to one of few teachers with whom I have interacted. I got into like academics and all. I got to do certain projects which I was really interested in. I got to know what technology can do, and it's more like CS is nothing but it's your like reasoning and logical ability thing. So you get to do what you want to do.
Exactly. I agree with you on that point, and thanks for like throwing light on that specific thing. Like the interest for computer science, you didn't have it before getting into college. Like that is something new. Okay, a lot of students have, a lot of people whom I interviewed on this platform, they had interest from childhood or maybe like from 11, 12 standard. But for you, it was kind of a new thing. You didn't think of getting into engineering at start, but like once you like entered into that area, your teachers and your college helped you a lot in like grasping the concepts and like helping you fell in love with computer science. So thanks for sharing that. It would like give the people an insight to know more about your story, about like how did you like start your career in computer science and even your engineering career. Why did you decide to do it? So the next question is like, did you build any technical projects in your engineering career, and if yes, like then describe.
Okay, so I did few projects during my undergraduation. The first one which I did was kind of I did during a competition. It was a hackathon kind of thing, and it was a product-based hackathon. So it we built a like smart wallet prototype, which was based on IoT and embedded system technology. So the whole idea came from like one story that my father used to like lose his wallet all the time. So I just wanted to create a product which can save at least his wallet. So
Wow.
yeah, so that was my first project. And my second project, it was in Taiwan. I did it as a part of my minor project. It was a network flow delimiter and packet analyzer project. So we built this using PCAP and C# library. So the whole idea was to analyze the network packets flowing from the website to the system and from the system to the website, so that we can analyze the traffic coming, the congestion between the traffic and the channels, right? And with that, it also analyzes the like packets coming in the protocols, everything. So it was kind of a like Wireshark tool. So a prototype of Wireshark, we can say. And I also had interest in analytics, so I did some courses, and as part of that courses I built certain projects with Python and data analytics. So I did Boston housing challenge, I did Walmart Black Friday sale challenge and other stuff as well. So that was pretty much about my projects.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Aman. And like all the projects which you did, like I'm sure that each and every project gave you some or the other learning which you are using it. What I think is, what I personally feel is, all the projects which we do, like they are just like part to a story which is coming ahead of us. Okay, for example, you getting placed into a tech company. Okay, but initially the projects which you built, the technologies which you worked on, that helped you out to crack that interviews, because you had a lot of like experience. You have experimented a lot of things, and that the students don't focus on building projects and doing internships, extracurriculars. One must do that, and I want to like throw light on that specific point, like doing such projects and doing such internship extracurricular activities. Like I'm going to cover activities like you have done a lot of extracurriculars in your college, and I'm very much excited to do it, like to cover it, but we'll take it in the later interview. So the next question is like we talked about tech, so I want to ask you, like, what are your other interests? Like what do you like to do apart from like exploring tech?
Okay, so apart from exploring tech, my like main interest or main thing, you can say, like I have a huge passion for entrepreneurship, community work,
Wow.
traveling and blogging, like cooking. So these are some of the things which I really enjoy doing. And like I have been like into many entrepreneurship and like also I love networking. So I have been part of many conferences, and like that's happened around the world and on a national level.
Great. Thanks for sharing that. So the next question is like, when was the first time you faced failure? and please share it with us.
Okay, so my biggest failure till date happened when I was not able to crack into IITs. I was not able to even qualify for it. I was one of the 30 students of Rahmani 30. So it's an organization which selects like 30, 40 students from us, like you are allowed to be a part of that organization, but generally people are from like Bihar, West Bengal, UP area. So I was part of that organization. I was preparing there, and because of certain medical conditions, and I'm not completely blaming on the medical condition because that would be very lame. Also, I was not able to do much hard work, so I failed myself there. And then I was like regretting it all over. What should I do? What should I not do? I thought of dropping. I was dropping, but I fall into depression. And then one of my teachers, one of my mentors told me that okay, you should first look at your health and then your career. And then he advised me to take admission into wherever I want to. So I came KIIT. And then again it was a series of depression and like failures. I was like failing in the like first semester. I don't know what to do, but then again I overcame that, and I must say that my extracurricular thing actually helped me to come overcome that failure. So that was the motivation behind overcoming that failure.
Great. Thanks for sharing that, Aman. Okay. So I also like to be honest, like you got at least some college, right? To let you know about me, I like when I applied to colleges after 12, in the cap round, I didn't get a single college. Okay. I didn't get a single college. I mean it. I was not even targeting for NITs or IITs. I didn't even give JE or NEET. Okay. I just gave CET. That's it. So I didn't have interest. I just wanted computer science because I was very much into it. Okay, and my perspective was like to make an impact, you don't need to be into an IIT or an NIT. You just need to be independent enough, and you need to know what you want to do in life. Okay, and like IIT, NIT is like once you enter into the college, there is that 4 years of life which you have to compete with. Okay, compete with a lot of other students. Getting into an IIT is just one thing. Okay, then you have to cover the journey. Okay, whether it is an IIT, but you did cover your journey. Like right now, if you see yourself and if you compare yourself with that person, like you are talking about, like you were in depression, like it's completely changed. Like you are happy right now. You are you have accomplished a lot of things. Okay, and that's okay. People fail sometimes, but it's okay to fail. Okay, but you need to move on. Okay, and you did it. You moved on. You went into KIIT college. You did a lot of extracurricular activities, and right now you are working with Deloitte, and that's a very, very inspirational thing. Which like I'm very much inspired, and I think that the audience is also inspired up till now. Okay, so that's great. So the next question is, what were your biggest achievements at the end of the engineering career?
Okay, so you can see myself. I'm happy right now. So this is my biggest achievement because I overcame that phase, which when I didn't knew what to do. So I would definitely say that this is my biggest achievement, what I am today, and overcoming that phase and like keeping yourself motivated and saying that it's not the end. You can do much more. You have much more potential. You can go a lot further. So that's my biggest achievement because I'm now like holding myself strong that I should go further. So this came from that engineering life.
Great. Thanks for sharing that. So the next question is like, till now we covered the introductory part. Okay, so now I want to hop on to your extracurriculars and internships which you did in college. There are a lot of extracurriculars which you did. Okay, so the list is like quite long, but it's kind of going to be an entertaining thing. So the audience will get to know about your internship experience, like how was your experience, and that would also help them if they're applying or if they don't know about that specific program. So this section would help them. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you is about describe your experience as a member for Bihar Entrepreneurs Association.
Okay, so I got into BEA as an intern. So I, out of nowhere, I thought of interning at BEA. There was no point of interning, but because I wanted to explore more opportunities, I wanted to explore more doors. In my second year itself, in the third semester, I decided, okay, I'm in like entrepreneurship cell of my university. I want to explore more opportunities in this domain. So that's when I decided, okay, now it's time to get into BEA, or it was my summer vacation. So I didn't want to waste my time. I wanted to do something productive. So I I got there as an intern, and fortunately I was directly working under the Secretary General, who was at that time. So I helped him doing like, organizing events, liaising with startups, looking for incubator partnerships and other stuff, which actually helped me a lot in gaining a lot of knowledge about startups and how a startup ecosystem works. I even made a startup ecosystem report at that time. It was around like 2017. So I made a like complete 5 to 6 page startup ecosystem report and prepared a list of all the incubators and all the like accelerators which are like functioning in India. So that was my experience as part of the work. But if you ask me, it was a like very good opportunity for me to explore myself in entrepreneurship area and startup ecosystem area.
Yeah, so that was the first like encounter like of you with entrepreneurship, like working in such
So
an
actually,
organization.
yeah, so I had a very little idea about entrepreneurship and how a startup ecosystem works, because I was a fresh recruit in the entrepreneurship club, but I didn't want to waste my summer, so I just joined as an intern there,
That's
and
great.
it really
And
helped me a lot.
yeah, thanks for sharing that. The smile on your face shows it, like how it was for you. Okay, and thank you for sharing that. So the next question I want to ask you is, describe your experience working as like a marketing strategy intern for Ozi Foods.
Okay, so I started Ozi Foods as a marketing strategy intern. So it was a startup which was founded by my direct senior. So we joined, like I joined as an intern, but then I became the part of the founding team. So we were 4 people with us, like me, and there were 4 more people with us, and we were running a, like you can say, Zomato kind of e-commerce for food, right? This food
Yeah,
delivery platform. And like apart from that, it was more on the dining thing and organizing parties and other stuff. So I used to do market campaigning thing, like planning strategies, how to get customers, how to do, like I almost did everything for the startup. Like I had the experience of like working in the tech section as well. I had the experience of working in the marketing, branding, strategy, communications, negotiations,
wow.
everything, like collaborating with restaurants, like doing operations, like sticking posters in the campus. So like it was a very ground level experience of working at a startup. So I would definitely say whatever knowledge I have today in startup is that because of because of that project only.
Wow, thanks for sharing that. Okay, so
Yeah,
like,
and just one fun fact in
sure,
that
sure,
semester,
sure.
yeah, so it was during my third semester itself, and I got a 6 pointer in academics during that time because
Oh,
I didn't spend a single hour in classes.
yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Like, it's not about like, see, whatever things you are doing right now, it's kind of if you'll compare yourself to a topper, and like in the career, like engineering career, the topper guy would excel. Okay, but
Mm,
when it comes to the industry, when it comes to the job market, you are the one who is going to excel, and that is what is important. Okay, because engineering is 4 years. The entire life is like you have to work with clients, and you have to like the communication skill and the marketing and all, which the experiences you had about entrepreneurship. A topper in your class cannot have that. Okay, because he has not
yeah,
explored. He doesn't have any exposure. The only thing is in his mind is to top the class. That's it. Okay, and you were something different. Okay, and that is what entrepreneurs are. They are unique. They like to experiment. They like to
right,
work. They like to gain experience, and that is what you did. And that like gave you that kind of the feeling that like I should pursue entrepreneurship because I'm very much interested in it. I'm very much interested in learning new things, and like you were on that way. Okay, and thanks for sharing that, Aman. So the next question is like, describe your experience as a director of public corporate relations for KIT itself.
okay. So KIIT ESL is the entrepreneurship club of my university, as the name says, and as I have already told you that I joined KIIT ESL in the first year of my undergraduation, and under that organization I worked under different as my role says, it was for like public and corporate relations, but I had the exposure to work for all the domains. So I even have worked for R&D, even worked for tech team, social marketing team, everything. But the major time that I spent there was part of PCR, public and corporate relations, where my role was to get more into doing like public outreach, collaborating with companies, collaborating with different startups connect. We had an initiative called Startups Connect, so where we used to invite startups to be part of our entrepreneurship club and educate the budding entrepreneurs from our college. So it was a great
Wow.
experience, great work
Yeah.
working for KIIT cell.
Great. We also have a key cell in our college, and so we were doing the same like operations which you told me. Okay, inviting startups, collaborating with incubators, and like stuff
Right.
like that. Okay, so it was an amazing experience for you. From what I see is in these three experiences, you had a lot of experience, like in kind of in marketing and strategy, which you shared with me. You had an experience of like marketing, collaborating, speaking to clients, convincing them, and like what you can say, looking over the dining and everything, helping the startup grow. Okay, so you had an entire in these three experiences. What I feel is like whatever opportunities came to you, you took it. Okay, and you started helping them, like improvising yourself as well as helping the organization, helping the startup progress. Okay, so you didn't look for any kind of kind of people look for incentives when they are offered opportunities, but for you,
Right. Mhm.
yeah, for you, your main aim was to improvise yourself and like to make yourself a better version of yourself. Okay, so it's what I feel from all these three experiences.
Yes.
Yeah, so the next thing is like you were a part of Nanhua University, if I spelled that right. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
right.
yeah, so you were a semester exchange student for them. So like how did you like get this opportunity to be a student?
Okay. So I got this opportunity during my sixth semester. And the reason why I got that opportunity, because I told you in third semester I got a 6 point something, and then I thought, okay, now it's too much. I need to actually focus on my studies as well, because okay, I'm doing all the extracurricular and now I'm a better person. I know things, but why I'm not able to study and dedicate some time for it as well. So then I realized, okay, I need to get my GPA high, because I took it as a challenge, because I thought I can do it as well. I can manage like entrepreneurship club, I can manage my other extracurricular activities, but I also need to get some good marks first. Then I was one of the branch toppers in my fifth semester. I got a 9.5 at that time, and nobody
Wow.
was expecting to get that high, because how this boy got like this high mark. Even because again, it directly comes from the hard work and motivation that you have, the challenges you took. Then I
Yes.
was selected as one of the students to go on a like semester exchange program to Taiwan, Nanhua University, as you mentioned. And it was a like really great, I had a very great time there. And to see how education system is working in Taiwan is totally different. They focus much more on practical application of theory and everything. So it was a very different experience what I have experienced in my college. Like, if you say, we only had practical classes over there. Like, I even the normal class, 1 hour class is made up of like not theory but doing practical lab research work. So it was really great to be there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that point. Is like apart from India, if you see in other countries, they focus more on like imparting the practical knowledge. It's what I feel. And in their curriculum, there are a lot of practical things like working on projects and also like experimenting with things, like doing your own research, publishing research papers. It's what they value. Like if like apart from the theoretical like curriculum, okay, which we have in India, and it was kind of
Right.
a different experience for you. Okay, but you enjoyed it. Okay,
Yes,
so it
and
was.
I would also like to tell one story if time permits. So, okay, so because I thought academics people are not into entrepreneurship and other stuff, but I met my professors who were like billionaires. They were like working for
Wow.
different startups. They were building products. So I think there is a nexus between academics, entrepreneurship, and like working. So you can do whatever you want to. There is no limit to your potential. and like those were the teachers, so they like 2 degrees, 3 degrees, masters, PhDs, and they were also building products which are like making millions, billions. So it was really, it's inspiring for someone like who was very interested in product and startups. Like it was a great experience for me. I spent most of my time visiting like different laboratories in Taiwan and like meeting different people. Yep.
Wow. So as I said, you had an amazing experience and meant it, because like going on a student exchange program, it's not easy. Okay, and for you it was kind of an opportunity which you got by like kind of surprising your class. Okay, like from a 6 pointer to getting a 9.5, because that time you got a 6 pointer because you were focusing on other activities.
Right.
Okay, but then you made up your mind and you said like I want to score, like not to show off in front of the class, but for me, for my self-satisfaction,
Yes.
to make me feel better. Okay, and there's where you like put in all the hard work, and you got that like semester exchange program as a gift of what you did. Okay, it's what I feel. Okay, so it's kind of my perspective of thinking. So yeah, so thanks for sharing that. So the next experience I want to talk to you about is like share your experience as a part of Crossroads Emerging Leaders Program by HBS Club.
Okay. So this experience came back in 2019. So when I was finally placed at Deloitte. So like in between 2018 to 2019, I wanted to study. I wanted to get a placement, and then I was only focusing for that because that's what I was like. That was the main motive of coming into a college, and that's what we all do.
Yeah.
Then but again, after I got placed, I thought, okay, now it's time to focus much more on my passion and what I really want to do, and I should explore more. Then I again got onto the extracurricular track. I did again like many conferences and many community work thing, and while exploring, I got introduced to this HBS Club of GCC Cell program. So it is from the Harvard University. So it is called Crossroads Emerging Leaders Program, where they select students from like this Asia region, you can say, and who are like who they see as a potential leaders for tomorrow. So they want to create a diverse pipeline for future leaders or future MBA aspirants, and then they give them exposure to a Harvard class or Harvard style of teaching, Harvard style of education method. So I was selected to be a part of that program in a virtual way because of the COVID pandemic, and like everything was going on. Like it was meant to be scheduled in 2020. So I got to attend like multiple webinars and virtual sessions, and I really enjoyed. Got to learn a lot from them, and as I said, education and everything. There is a lot of things going around it. So I got to see the application of even the management or technical side. I got to attend sessions such as on like data visualization, network security, etc., management, human psychology. So it was really great to be part of it.
And the teachers were from Harvard.
Yeah, they were Harvard faculties.
Great. So you were exposed to Harvard learning in that like specific program, and it was an amazing experience for you, I feel. Okay, so not a lot of students get this opportunity to be a part of such program. Okay, even I want, like after you telling me, I want to be a part of such program, because I see like the things which you have accomplished up till now. Like it's like up till now there are a lot of things we need to like discuss. Okay, but like from what you tell, I'm like already inspired by what you are doing. Okay, like managing your academics and doing all these things, it's not kind of not easy. Okay, you need to like have that proper balance, and like you need to manage things, and you are good at management. It's what I feel, and that's the reason why you are in Deloitte, because you are good in management, and you need to talk in Deloitte is kind of consulting kind of firm, and you need to speak to a lot of people, and you need to interact with a lot of people. Like your communication must be damn strong, I think. Okay, because
Yes.
from the way you are communicating with me right now, you're very much relaxed, and like a lot of people face this communication problem whenever they are in the industry. Like even if they are technically strong and they don't know how to communicate with their clients or their stakeholders, like customers, so that's an issue. Okay, and you already having the tech background, plus you have good management skills, and that makes you a complete package, and like you can like excel in your specific career. You can switch roles as well. Okay, and that gives you the power to switch roles You can be a part of tech community as well. You can be a part of like management community as well. Anything you can explore just because you have that knowledge. Thank you for sharing that. So the next question I want to ask you is describe your experience as a chapter director for Startup Grind.
Okay, so this also came back in 2019 when I was finally placed. I decided to build a community for budding entrepreneurs because I'm passionate in the same area. So I decided to apply for a chapter director post at Startup Grind. So I got into Startup Grind. I hosted like fireside chats, weekly meetups with budding entrepreneurs, local community members, students. I even hosted community learning sessions as part of that. So where we used to educate students about like various aspects of entrepreneurship and like technology as well. So because technology is going to be a backbone of startups in future. So it was like really great to be part of that community. I even contributing to the community is something which I really value. So I really enjoyed a lot. I had a good time over there as well.
Great. Thanks for sharing that. So the next question I want to ask you is about like describe your experience as a like a part of MIT Bootcamp in Innovation Technology.
Okay, so this was planned to be organized in 2020, and I got into this program. I was selected among like 2,400 students. I was one of the 100 students who was selected, and but because of my joining and the COVID situation, the program got rescheduled to a later point of time in September 2020. So because of my work commitment, Deloitte. So my first preference was to get into Deloitte. So I had to skip my idea of joining MIT Innovation Leadership Bootcamp. But as part of that program, I got to attend certain webinars, certain exclusive webinars that were meant for selected students. So again, everything that you come through, it adds some certain value to your personality or your profile. So even that was really insightful. That was like very helping what I am today.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. So the next question is like describe your experience as a HBR Ascent Select member for Harvard Business Review.
Okay, so HBR Ascent Select is something like the Harvard University. They actually produce magazines and newsletters, right? They have a separate group for that, HBR, Harvard Business Review. So as part of that program, they select certain potential graduating students, young professionals who they think can contribute to the whole learning and research process of their students. So as part of that program, they send you newsletters, they send you research activities, you participate in that, you give your opinion in mail or in replies. So they do research on that and they send you newsletters. So they are like major tracks of HBR Ascent. They have like productivity, education, creativity, management. So because I like to read, so I enroll in that program, and as a perk, I receive monthly newsletters, articles to read. So it helps me like in a very big way.
Great. Thank you for sharing that, Aman. Okay, so like I think that you are associated with a lot of like Harvard programs. Is what I feel, because there is a lot of Harvard in your in your kind of the interview which I'm doing. But it's great. Each and every program is different. Okay, it's what I feel. And being part of such programs, it's very much important. A lot of students, just like I mentioned before, a lot of students don't get this opportunity. Okay, and you got into it, you leveraged that opportunity, you picked it up, and you like helped yourself like in terms of knowledge, in terms of that experience, that exposure which you have, and it's very much inspiring. And thanks for sharing that. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you is about like describe your experience as a member for Cases Over Coffee.
Okay, so because when I got into Deloitte consulting, I thought it's my time to explore the consulting bit. So Cases Over Coffee is a peer-to-peer based like consulting group. Like you get to learn about management consulting, get to learn about different things in management consulting like product development, policy consulting, and everything, impact consulting. So I joined Cases Over Coffee like last year only in July when it was actually started by its founder. And since then, I must say my experience at Cases Over Coffee has been really great. They connect with you with different peers, different people every week, and you get to solve like cases on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, as per your availability. So, and it's a really great platform for networking if you are interested in that. So, and most of my learning in management consulting domain is coming from that source only, because I'm myself into very much into technical consulting right now. So lot of credit, lot like a huge sort out the cases over coffee at this point.
Great, and thanks for sharing that. Okay, so like just one or two questions, and we like conclude with the part one of our interview. So the next question I want to ask you is, Aman, like describe your experience as a Corona campaign volunteer for YLAC.
Okay, so I was a volunteer at Karona campaign by YLAC, and I volunteered during March to May period. So I just wanted to contribute my time to the COVID relief, or in any way actually I wanted to contribute to the COVID relief thing. So I joined there as a part of their fake speech and myth busting group. So where they used to like collect the like whatever the myth was circulated around COVID-19. So we used to bust that. We used to decode that. Okay, it's a myth, and you don't need to worry about it. So I was working at that sector, but then again, because of my passion and everything, I like suggested a new initiative. So it was an ongoing initiative called as Support at 7. It was meant for local shop owners, local startups, which were finding it really tough to manage their productivity to function in COVID lockdown period, because they were only allowed to function to a certain limit, and they were asked to close their shops after 5 or 6 p.m. in the evening. So we decided, okay, now is the time to highlight those shops who are not able to function beyond a certain time in a day. So as part of that initiative, I used to contact with local shops. I used to contact with local startups, even on the big startups, and we used to give them a shout out. You are doing great, and we really support you. So I was working as part of that initiative there.
That's great, and like that shows how you are passionate towards helping the society, Aman. Okay, so like in this Corona thing, a lot of businesses are affected, a lot, and also small scale businesses like local shop owners or maybe local startups. And you taking that initiative forward and helping them, it's kind of very much inspiring and motivating as well, like managing all these things and like contributing your time to such a great initiative. Okay, and thank you for all the things you have been doing. Okay, that's very great. Thank you so much. So the next question is going to be our last question, and like all these experiences which you shared, okay, that question is related to that. Okay, so my question is, what is the role of entrepreneurship in your career?
Okay, so in one word, I got to learn how to open opportunities. I got to learn how to open doors, and this is something very big. And I hope that I practice this skill. I get mastery over this skill, because once you know how to look for opportunities, you can excel in your career anywhere you are. So entrepreneurship teaches you how to open doors for you, how to get things done actually in real. So that is one thing which really helps me a lot in my career right now, in my life right now, and it will always actually.
Great. So entrepreneurship has played an important role for you as well as for me as well. Okay. So like when I started like as an entrepreneur, I was kind of 19 or maybe 18. I don't remember like what. It's kind of 18, 19. I started. Okay, and just similar to you, I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship. All I wanted to get is a job, kind of explore the corporate culture. Okay, I was a lover of corporate culture. Okay, see how do you work, and every month you get salary and stuff like that. So I was in that myth as well. But once like my friend told me about entrepreneurship and started researching about it, and I like it opened up my mind, and it actually gave me an idea like I can also start something new. And like in job, you just have to work on the same role every day. Okay, but in
Right.
entrepreneurship, like this is kind of related to the post which I made on LinkedIn. Okay, so it's kind of related. In startup culture, there are a lot of risk and there are a lot of adventures which you take in, and you from those adventures, from those experiences, you skill up yourself. Okay, and one day or the other, like grasping all these experiences and everything, you help the society, and someday like you also like get a chance to be at the top of the game, okay, by doing all these
Right.
things, okay. And that's very much important. And thanks for sharing light on how entrepreneurship played an important role in your career. It has played an important role in my career as well. I was kind of an introvert, and it turned me into an extrovert. You can see me now talking. It's kind of my 16th interview, and I'm very much like, I opened up. Like, if you compare me to the first interview, I was not anywhere close to this. Okay, I was not anywhere close to this, and this kind of boosted my kind of confidence. And in your case also, whatever challenges you faced, being an entrepreneur, being kind of a problem solver, overcome what you had, whatever challenges you faced, okay. And right now, as I said, you are happy, you are kind of very much enthusiastic, energetic about trying new things, helping new communities, because you already have a lot of experience, that confidence, and you know you won't fail because you have that hardworking mindset, and also to do something for the community, for the society, and that's what keeps you going, okay. So with this, we conclude the part 1 of the interview, the internships part, and also your introductory part. So let's go over to the part 2, where I talk about your Deloitte experience, your Deloitte story, on how did you get into Deloitte, interview experience, internship experience, also the work culture. So it's going to be very much interesting and very much inspiring as well, to see how do you how did you perform in kind of corporate culture. We talked about your entrepreneurship experiences, that were great, but right now we'll dive into the Deloitte story. So this is the end of part 1. If you enjoyed watching part 1, felt inspired, learned new things, make sure to hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such episodes with people from the industry who are there to inspire you. Giving you an update about part 2, it will be available on our channel by Thursday. So make sure to check that out and keep supporting us like this. Thank you for watching, everyone. And until then, keep learning, keep inspiring, keep growing, and all the very best for your industry career ahead.